Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about a couple of serious things. Sometimes you have to get serious, folks, and it was a serious week for me. You might have noticed I didn't release any videos. I'm filming this game-genic box filled with some stuff, so we can talk about that a bit as well. But yeah, long story short, there was a fire at my parents' place last week. So I jumped in the car, drove over to Germany. Only thing I took was this box because, of course, there were other things. But my brother often is coming over as well if something's happening. And I thought maybe we find a minute to pass the time. So it definitely wasn't about Magic the Gathering or other games. It was about visiting my parents, and don't worry, folks, they both are okay. My mom has a burnt leg, so she has to go to the doctor and the hospital to get that checked out once every 2 days. The house is fine. The fire happened in the garden. My aunt and my uncle were there as well. Unfortunately, my aunt was burned seriously, so she's in a hospital that specializes on burn victims. We got the chance to visit her. I got to drive my parents because that special hospital is a couple of hours away from where my parents lived. She was taken there with the helicopter, trauma helicopter, and I got to drive my parents to see her for the first time. She's still in the intensive care. So yeah, folks, that's why I obviously didn't upload any videos last week. And what you saw here on screen is what I took along to pass the time a bit in the evenings with my brother. Just a couple of jumpstart decks, which are always in this box. Dice. I have it's called a card game, a Warhammer 40k card game. It's called Death Angel. I have that in here as well. I really like it. It's good fun. You got like locations and stuff. Still, what I wanted to say as well is that I really am happy that over the past week, even without me not uploading anything, you guys were actually sticking around. I like that. I appreciate that. Got a lot of messages. What's up? Are you okay? Because I had a little bit of a tough health situation a couple of months back. A couple of you reached out, sent me a mail or sent me a WhatsApp message. So that was pretty cool. For the rest, again, considering the circumstances, everything is more or less okay, except of course my aunt was hurt pretty badly, but she's in good hands and she's awake and everything is fine. Got this one as a thanks from my dad, a multifunctional tool from Bosch, which is a pretty well-known German brand. He had that for me when I left late last night, because he appreciated it that I came over. So yeah, that was pretty nice. He knows I like knives and stuff and these kind of things, these little tools. So it was a little token of appreciation. I got to play Mindbug with my brother. He backed it on Kickstarter. That was really cool. It is co-created by Richard Garfield, which we all know. Of course, he's the creator of Magic the Gathering. It's a fun little game. This one is in German, but it was available in English during the Kickstarter phase as well. Really enjoyed it. I had a good time playing it with my brother. The cards are goofy. The big thing is you got one deck, you draw a couple of cards, 10 cards, your opponent draws 10 cards, and let me insert a little bit of the cards here. I filmed that in the evening when we were playing out outside on my parents' porch, and we're unwinding from the heavy days of talking a lot about everything that happened. So yeah, have a look here. Cool cards. Again, you got like one deck, and the highlight of the game is that you got 2 Mindbugs and your opponent has 2 Mindbugs. And if your opponent plays a card you really, really like, then you just play a Mindbug and you play the card for yourself. So that's pretty fun. So you can like steal a card, and then you have to wait until there's a good moment to use the Mindbug. And yeah, definitely influences from Magic the Gathering, because it's more or less like just creature based. There are not really instants or enchantments or whatever. It's very simple, but it's good fun. I think I could play this with my kids, and they probably would enjoy it a lot. Check it out on Kickstarter if you like. I'm not not rooting for the game or anything, but honestly I had a lot of fun with it. I also played Jumpstart with a buddy of mine, and yeah, you see it here. We had fun. Yeah, he dropped by, checked in on me, checked in on my parents, and yeah, was good. My parents were distracted a bit. No worries. I didn't invite any friends over when there was stuff going on, but he's been with the family for like yeah, let's say 30 plus years, so all good. He was more than welcome, and yeah, we got to talk, and then we got to play a little as well. One of my best friends, and we also played Gloomhaven. He took along, which is very cool, because we started the campaign a while ago, and yeah, we continued it, and it was a good distraction for me as well, so that was nice. I pulled this one from the rubble, brought out memories. I was in a very nostalgic mood, of course. We were talking a lot and everything was pretty serious. This is my first Magic the Gathering trophy from the Cave Con, which is a local con in the town I grew up in, and it's called Anfängerturnier, which is the beginners tournament, which I won in that year, and I think that was my qualification for the second German championship, because at the first German championship you could just drive there and register and enter. And for the second German championship you had to qualify locally, and I won the beginners tournament, and I think I qualified with that, if I remember correctly. So that was my first. I won a couple of other tournaments locally as well in stores nearby, but this one was my first real like qualification tournament, which was really, really cool. Pulled this one from the rubble, so that was that was nice. And yeah, I remember the third qualification I did locally in my hometown, and then we had to qualify on a state level. So I went to the Bavarian. I qualified for the Bavarian championships with a win or second place, I think, in the local tournament. Then the third year. And then I won the Bavarian Championship, became Bavarian champion, and then I went on to the third German championships. That was a good time. I played pretty actively back then, and things were a lot less complicated, of course. But yeah, so nobody tell me I can't play Magic the Gathering if I say dumb things once in a while, because I'm not playing as much as I used to and as I want to. A bit of a serious video today, folks, but again, if you're still around, thanks for sticking with me. I checked YouTube more or less daily, and when I went to bed, and just watched a couple of Rudy's videos, watched a couple of the videos of Dual Brain, which I consider a buddy, as we talk via WhatsApp as well, fellow content creator. got drunk one night very late and was actually able to join Dual Brains live stream because it was a really hard day, and normally it's too late for me because of the time difference here in Europe. But seriously, really cool that I got so much support, and sometimes it's time for a serious video, and today was a serious video, and that's okay. And I will continue my normal stream of videos tomorrow, and yeah, you're all expecting it, but the Mishra's workshop arrived, so I will talk about that either tomorrow. I just returned back to the Netherlands, so I have to see if I can record one tonight. I have to go to work tomorrow, and I wanted to put this one out first because I wanted to update you guys what's going on, because a lot of you have been actually asking how I am and if there's something wrong. Not want to get depressed or anything, but it was a pretty hard couple of days, pretty exhausting couple of days physically and mentally, because it's quite a drive. And then I had to drive my parents to the hospital, and I had to drive back home on the same day, and the hospital is a couple of hours away, to visit my aunt and these kind of things. So I've been in the car like 10 hours that day, and yeah, and then I was pretty beat, but that's necessary sometimes, and that's okay. So not depressed, but more or less I'm a bit tired, as you can hear. So cheer me up, folks. I'm up for some positive comments in the comment section for this video, if you are still around. And I know the hardcore guys and girls are actually still around at the end of the videos. I wish you a very nice day and a very nice rest of the week. I hope I can record the Mishra's workshop video for Tuesday, for Random by Tuesday, Reserved List by Tuesday. Otherwise it will be a day or two later this week. But let me catch up with everything. And again, I have to go to work tomorrow, so I will be home pretty late. So might be a late video, but we'll see. And that's not important. Other things, it puts things into perspective, folks. YouTube is kind of important, or has become kind of important to me, to be honest. Because I have the feeling I made a connection with a lot of you, and I like that. And of course it's a superficial connection, because the only thing we do is like perhaps talk to each other in the comments, or via mail, or via WhatsApp. Only had a video call with one or two of you personally. But that was pretty nice. But yeah, it's a superficial connection, but it's a connection that is based on mutual respect, and I somehow can appreciate that, if you know what I mean. It's a bit difficult to explain. I got rid of all my social media because of the negativity, but strangely enough, of course, YouTube is kind of social media as well, but I'm not visible. I'm not actively using that social media as a platform to talk about myself a lot. I don't have problems with anything personal, as you hear. So yeah, that's okay. Not going into details or anything, but I'm okay with talking about everything. But still, YouTube has become a little bit important, and that's okay as well. And that's because of you, folks. Again, have a great day. Have a great week. Thanks for listening. Stay healthy, stay frosty, and I talk to you next time. Bye bye, folks.